Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review And Mrs. And this is a new comedy drama coming your way from director Daniel Reisinger, written by Melissa Bubnick, and this film focuses on a reluctant bride-to-be who winds up making sure that she can still marry her fiance, who unfortunately passes away unexpectedly at the beginning of the film. And she teams up with her future sister-in-law to try to make this happen against public opinion, the law, and her loved one's wishes. And this film is close to 2 hours, which honestly was a little unexpected. There's definitely a decent amount of drama in this film. There are long sections of the film that don't really try to lean into any comedy at all and much more serious in terms of dealing with this situation. But what's challenging most about this film is the tonal issues. Because you have these dramatic scenes, you have these sequences in the film where this is really trying to deal with grief in a meaningful and poignant way. And I do feel like the film is able to accomplish that. And then you have whole sections of the film, like long set pieces, that are just ridiculous, over-the-top, silly comedic gags that don't really feel true to the tone of the movie and kind of throw you for a loop. And I feel like that's where the runtime of this film gets ballooned a bit, is from these offshoots that don't really feel like they're accomplishing what they are really needing to accomplish. And you have these extra scenes that are just there for some laughs. And not all the humor lands in those sequences. I feel like most of the humor that does work in the film are specifically where you have the organic kind of humor and comments and like quips in the moment dealing with the situations instead of just go for broke, big, ridiculous, over-the-top comedic moments. I do feel like the scope of this film gets a little too big too, because then it turns into this whole entire social media campaign of like hashtag corpse bride and really trying to like introduce the moral quandary of this idea, but never really digging too deep into it. And there's also some scenes in it that just feel so unearned. Like the family and friends of our main character try to have like this moment where they lock her in and try to get her to come back to reason, and it just feels out of left field for some of the characters, and honestly just feels tonally off in terms of where the rest of the film is going. The strengths of the film, though, there's a lot of really rich emotional moments in this film, and Aisling Bea, who is the main character in this film, who I love. I think she's absolutely fantastic. She's legitimately funny. She has great personality, and anything that I've seen her in up to this point, I feel like she just owns it. And here, she delivers a tightrope walk of this real emotion and then these more comedic moments. Colin Hanks plays her now dead fiance, and you're like, wow, he's dead within like a couple minutes. Why would you get Colin Hanks for this? And she has these visions of him, and those moments I feel like work and fit more into the specific kind of tone the film's going for, where it's going for like darker humor. I feel like the film fits a little bit better. Billie Lourd, who plays the future sister-in-law, she's a lot as a character, and I don't think is always the most consistently written in the film, but I think Billie Lourd really owns the performance and commits to it and is having a blast, which means I feel like we're having a blast watching her on screen. And you have the likes of Harriet Walter, Elizabeth McGovern, Paul Kaye, who all pop in smaller roles to varying degree of runtime, but they are all veteran actors that I think like bring something to the table. And Susan Wokoma, who plays the best friend of our main character, Gemma, I feel like she's a great addition to the film. And she has some really great moments too, even though some of them feel a little too extraneous and are taking away from the main focus of the film. But you know what? There's a charm about this film and a fantastic use of a 70s pop song that just really works to the benefit of the film. And by the end, it's heartwarming and earnest in many ways. Yeah, there's a lot that bogs it down along the way, but in the end, I still think this film reaches the finish line and delivers a sweet movie. But those are my thoughts on and Mrs. Let me know what you think and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.